All right, you guys in here? I'm trying to shut that other one down. It's not letting me even shut it down, but I'm going to shut it down. I'm just not going to deal with it today. I just can't. I just can't function like that. I'm just gonna close it on up. I'm sorry that we even have to go through all of this, but this is why we've got always have a backup plan, know what we're gonna do and everything. Because I she said, I can hear you now. Oh, good. I'm glad that you can hear me. Y'all come on in. Come on in. We're just gonna shut the other one down. People are still over there. It's like 30 people over there, and they're like, what are we doing? Okay, I'm finna shut it completely down. I'm just gonna exit it. I think it's the app because I'm finna like delete it, delete the broadcast. I'm deleting it right now. Delete it on YouTube too. So I'm deleting it. See, when I'm not on the live, it does wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? And so now nobody's in there. 47. Okay. So anyway, you guys, I am so sorry that we have to do it like this, but I think it's the internet because right now I'm not even live and it just froze a minute ago. So let me just close this up, and it's weird. I'll just use this for work or something. I'm going to shut it down. It's okay. This computer is brand spanking new. We only had it for maybe a year. And I pay cash for it. But you know, we're just gonna have to do without. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna have to do without. It's okay. It is okay. She said, hello to my favorite mods. What's going on? So I seen that and anybody that's over there, there's 6 people still over there. It says this video has been removed. So I don't know why they still over there. I just let them know we're done. I just took it down. Okay, it's no big deal. No big deal, no big deal, no big deal. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Hey, Nancy, how you doing? Lisa Taylor, how you doing? This is what happens when you get busy, occupied doing something else. Then, the devil comes in, start tearing up stuff, and you can't really pay attention to it, and you can't, get it worked on or see what's going on. I do believe it's a virus in this computer, and is it worth it? I need another computer anyway, so I'll just take this one, and this one will be my work computer. You know what I'm saying? I will work on this computer, and we'll just buy another computer. How did that sound? Everybody in agreement with that? You got to tell me, because I just can't make these decisions by myself. Hey, Shalana, how you doing? SP, it's not your computer. It is the internet everywhere. Oh, really? Is it everywhere? Soldier Girl says, I agree. New computer. Good evening. How you doing? Is it happening everywhere? Because this is a new freaking computer. This is what's so crazy. It's not even 1 year old. And she says, yes. That's what's so crazy about it. We only do our lives on it. I don't even let the kids play on it or anything. But I just get tired of every time when I come on here and I'll be like, hey, let's go live. And it's like, yeah, I'm having trouble getting connected. It took me several times to connect. Is it not the computer? Is it the computer, or is it the internet? Everything new is not always new. Okay. So Soldier Girl in here? Because Soldier Girl, yes, Soldier Girl is in here. Cool. Maybe it's YouTube. It's weird. It's like every time when we get ready to go live, I do know that before I came on live, they had me sign and agree to some new things that's going on with YouTube with the monetization. I know you guys don't understand, but remember I told you, and I've always said this, it's not a lot or anything like that. So don't get ooh-wee. I mean, I can tell you right now, I can show you for a fact, it's like $230 or something a month or whatever. But remember, that's why I always tell you guys, you know, when you guys give to the you know, when you do a shout, not a shout out, but when you do when you donate, I said y'all can have that. But then the monetization, you know, it's like $200 or something. It all depends. You got to make your 100, and then once you make your 100, that's your threshold, and then or something, they'd give you monetization. Like over the years and years and years, we're up to like maybe two, three. Sometimes it'd be 3. I mean, you know, we done got higher than that, but usually it's only about like $200. They're doing a new thing now with YouTube that they're going to be putting more ads in. So you had to sign the agreement if you still want to be in the program or not. And I didn't read all the instructions and directions and stuff, because you know what? They say if you don't sign it, then you're out the program. Who wants that? I don't want that. I want to be in the program because, you know, we might hit a video that goes viral one day, and then you know, it will pay off. But they're not going to pay for talking about babies that's dead, dying, people killed them. They're not going to, I mean, even when you say those words right there, it's a done deal. You can hang it up. You're going to get some the little bitty ads talking about, I don't know, dental care or something. And you guys are going to go ahead and swipe or click it or something of that nature. And you're not going to watch it. And that'll be that. But here's the good thing, the bad thing, all of that together. It will help. So the algorithm to notify others, yes, it will help. Okay. So anyway, you guys, I was thinking over the weekend, you know, we did get in touch with some people that knew the situation with Sensei. I call him Sensei, but it's Sensei. And they don't know him personally, but you know, they activists over there. We already talked to one activist. This was another activist, or they were just really supporting the activist that's already over there in, you know, in that area. And so in Ohio, that was in Ohio. So they were supposed to get back in contact with me, and you know, I don't know their number, but you know, Brown Sugar's been doing her job, staying on it or whatever. And I appreciate her so much, because she knows right now I'm in, you know, to and fro, trying to get my work and my job and everything together. And it's just a hot mess on there. So, you know, it's, you know, we got to do what we got to do. I am going to get back in contact with the lady with Diesel. She messaged me and said, hey, are you in or are you out? Because we want Diesel and we're ready. And I'm like, I don't know, you guys. Diesel is wired. He's all over the place. And I'm like, but you know what? I'm gonna make the call to her, and I'm gonna say, yeah, let's go forward. But I don't know if he's ready. But you know, we're gonna go. We're gonna go forward, because we need to get started. So this weekend, Diesel will probably be out there. You are, but you've been holding things down. I'm trying to hold things down. Yeah, I am, Sheila. Trust me. I am trying to hold things down, and my job is all over the place. My check is all over the place, getting rolled up for not wearing a mask. And I can get rolled up for all kind of things, but not wearing a mask, breaking up a fight is the craziest thing. Because like I said, I don't want to get involved in stuff like that. When I tell you that, you know, like people see something, they don't want to get involved in it. They don't. They just don't. I don't care who you are and what friends and all this stuff. They don't want to be involved in writing statements and stuff like that. It's been going. But you know what? And I was just so happy about all kind of things. And then I had to come down to reality and say, Yeah, but good job. But I am going to quit one of my jobs, you guys. I'm letting you guys know that now. So, I got 3. So I'm finna quit the little part-time flex job that I do every blue moon, every now and then. The reason why, because I need to spend more time with Diesel, and then that's going to be his time. I know you guys are going, dang, you letting a lot of stuff go for Diesel. But, we didn't get this dog to have a pet. I'm just letting you guys know. I didn't get the dog to have a pet. And so I gotta back up what I'm saying. And so he comes first. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already done it, basically. I haven't went back to work there in like 3 weeks. But I'm going to go ahead and order me some shoes because they pay for your shoes, once a year. So I'm going to order these shoes and get the shoes first. I haven't told him I quit, but I quit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to work these 2 jobs. And I might get another job, and it's going to be PRN. But don't worry. And then I'm just letting you guys know what's going on, why I have not been like really. Sixth Sense says, yeah, it's your life. Yeah, I know. I understand. And I have been very faithful to this channel, and I want to keep it going, and it's going to keep going because we got to do what we got to do. But I also got to take care of home. But anyway, you guys, I've been hearing so much about some of these cases, but it's all been gossip, hearsay, things of that nature. And so I told you on the Shenquella case that it was going to pretty much go quiet. It was going to be nothing but gossip, maybe lies, maybe talking about the family in a negative way. And you guys know we don't do that. We don't do that over here. Just to have 100, 200 people in here, we don't do that. I know. And I know that gets views, but, because here's the thing. Let's talk about Shenquella a little bit. And if anybody get angry about it, I can't say I don't care. I'm just saying, we just don't do that. So there's no news. There's not going to be no news. And when there is news, it's going to be some breaking news. Everybody's going to know about it. It's not going to be the reporter in Mexico, because here's the thing. It ain't going to happen in Mexico. So I'm just letting you guys know now. You guys should know by now. I know what I'm talking about. Why? Because you got to sit there. It's just 1 + 1 = 2. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or anything. I don't mind if things need to adapt and change. I'll still visit. Okay, this is an awesome channel and community. Exactly. Yes. So when there's some breaking news, I don't know why everybody's sitting there. This man do not even speak English. And he's like saying the same thing that the news is saying. And everybody's like, what is he going to say? Now, he did have some new pictures. And it's always good to go looking. And I told you guys to always support it. But don't get caught up in that mess, because you become messy too. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, you may not see the difference in your attitude or your personality or what you say, but you get mad at the wrong thing, at the wrong person. I've got people right now mad at me because I won't say something stupid over here on this channel about Shenquella case. And I'm going to give you a little example. I don't know if they're in the room. I don't care if they're in the room, because if you're mad at the wrong person. But I don't see no one else in that room but Jalanni and Shenquella. And we really don't know who that is. They say it's Jalanni. So, okay, it's all good. We're seeing 2 people squabble. One saying no, the other one's attacking that person. We see that. We see somebody recording it. We see somebody watching, telling her to fight back. So I don't see nobody scrunched down by the bed, and I don't see that. So if you're mad at me because I'm like, where's that at? And did they move? And why do you say that? Well, here's the thing. And I try to tell you guys this, and I mean this, if you get something from another channel, don't come over here and want me to figure it out for you, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to believe it. But have more than just, okay, That's what they say. Because 9 times out of 10, family, I'm just saying, and I'm not talking about no channel, period. No particular channel. So if you think I'm talking about a particular channel, I'm not. Because I haven't watched no other channel about this. I usually, like I told you, I go to this Just In, and Just In done became wacky. It's only doing, I mean, they're distorting the girl's face and everything, make her look like she's crying, and she's doing all this and all this other stuff, crying. I be like, these people got no kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? Now, they were keeping some stuff out, but then now they're starting to bring out the stuff we already brought out. So, really, what's really going on? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'm just being honest with you. Like, I mean, it goes around and it goes around and it goes around, but when it comes back and you go, okay, well, we got that and we figured that out. Now you figure, at first you wouldn't even say the names. Now you're saying the name. They just slowly dropping little things that's already been said. But they got a computerized person speaking, so everybody think that it's real. Like it's a real person doing some real news. It's just a computerized voice. So we don't know if this is African American chick, white chick, whatever. They just got a professional voice that they have programmed. So they say it, and they can't even speak the right English because they don't even say the names right. I'm just saying. So, you learn stuff as you go. But I do like how they put the pictures together, and it kind of lets you see, it gives you a little bit of a vision of, stuff like that. So I do like that channel for that reason. And I'm letting you guys know that. Okay. I've always told you I've liked how they do things, but they could be a little messy. So they saying on the Shaquella case that the one young lady, Alicia Hyatt, the one that was working at the hospital or the facility or whatever, they're saying that she got fired. Okay. So anyway, they saying that she got fired. And here's what I say about that, you guys. I'm not here to knock everything what everybody else say. I'm just letting you know. Okay, if she got fired for other reasons than just because of this situation, because that would be wrong. She would have a very big lawsuit, and she would be a very rich woman. Okay, so she might quit, or she took some time off. But just to say she got fired, because, okay, she could have got fired, but it's not because of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Soldier Girl's been a member for 17 months. Congratulations, Soldier Girls up in there. All right, we got warriors up in here. And if PS is in the room, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I wish I can give you a super chat, greeting, but we're on the mobile device now. So, anywho's, so that's what I see on that situation. I just want you guys to know, North Carolina is a right to work state. Okay, so they can't just fire you. You've been there for a year or 2 years. They just can't. Well, they can, but they're going to have to pay you, and then you have the right to sue them. You know what I'm saying? Because you've already did your 30, 60, 90 days probation. And just because the world and the news is talking about you, they can't just come in and fire you. They can't just say, you know what, you're getting a lot of attention. We got to let you go. Now, they can pay you on the side until you to go ahead and take some time off. But fire you? No, that is not going to happen. So if anybody hears about this firing thing, just remember, if you come back within a month, she'll be still working at that job, okay? Unless she quit on her own. She did not get fired. But some people want to say she got fired. Like she got fired for this situation. No, she did not. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's the only thing that's came out on that. Right? Then here's the thing. I want to talk about Sensei a little bit, because there's been no news on there. I know that they're getting ready to do a march. They said that they had already did a march, or they were going to do a march. And we do got family members that's there that has contacted me, and I've read your messages. And Phyllis, I read your message too, that they have not seen no march. So the people that's in the Ohio area, and they're watching to see whatever they can do to help out on the situation. I hear that they're still trying to get it together, but the young lady and the young guy, no one showed. Okay, no one showed. Exactly, Miss Phyllis G. I am using the phone because the computer is doing some crazy stuff. We're just going to get another computer, and we're just going to have to start all over. Yeah, start on all over on everything, because guess what? I don't know if I can share some of the things that I got over here, but we'll just start all over. Anyway, let's talk about this new case. And I know you guys, I'll usually put it in the description box or the title, but I want you guys to just think about this because we got a little bit of time. Think about this. So there was this 6-year-old boy, and somehow, some way, he got a hold to his mother's gun. It was a 9mm. If you guys know anything about a 9mm, that gun is probably about this big, okay? And I don't know what color it is, but I do have one. I have two of them. Actually, I have a 9 and I have a 380. And they have a little kickback to them when you shoot them. Usually they're automatics. But, even though you take the magazine out, the magazine is the little clip that comes out. Okay? So, but you always have a bullet in the chamber. Now, I don't know, did this gun have a bullet in the chamber or not? But I do know about this gun very well. Like I said, this is what I keep. This is what I carry. The reason why I carry two different kind. I carry the 9 and I carry the 380. The 380, you have to go pow, pow, pow. I mean, it has a magazine too. I actually have 2 magazines for it, but it don't go automatically. Boom, 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 boom. See what I'm saying? You just pull the trigger, you squeeze, and it just keeps firing. Now, for this boy to shoot once, probably did not have the magazine, and it just probably had the bullet in the chamber. I don't know. I'm just speculating on this. So we don't know. And like I said, it has a little kickback to it. I mean, it just do. When it shoots, that bullet got to fly out somewhere, and it usually kind of, if you're in the way or something. But this is what the young lady said. Her name is Abigail. She's a teacher, and she's 25 years of age. She was teaching her class, and she was giving instructions to the children. So what I think about instructions to the children, she said they do got some kick. Now, she was giving instructions to the children. Quit saying I'm strapped. Oh yeah, I have to stay that way because you know these is different times, you guys. They're just different. So anyway, she was giving some instructions to the class. 6 years old. You're talking about first graders, or it could be kindergarten, because he's 6. He could still be in kindergarten because we're in the ending of the year. We're in the second semester of the year. So he could be a kindergarten just turning 6, would still make him in kindergarten, or he could be in first grade. It doesn't matter. First grade, second grade, he just got out of pull-ups. That's all. I mean, really pay attention to what I'm saying. He just got out of pull-ups. He don't know how to put toothpaste on his toothbrush. He barely washes his hands. So they saying it's not an accident that this kid shot the teacher. He snuck the gun from his mom's house. His mother's a single mother. He snuck the gun to school, put it in his backpack, took it to school. Now, when he was in school, he didn't pull it out the backpack, so he must have had it in his desk or in his cubby. But she came up to him. He took the gun out. He didn't take it out the backpack, they say. They're saying he took it out the cubby or the desk or whatever, and he pulled it out. He pointed it at her, and she put her hand up like this. So he shot the teacher. Okay? She said, I swear, I don't know how he was strong enough to pull the trigger. The trigger is not that hard. The trigger is very easy. I mean, it all depends on how clean you keep the gun, but they're usually very easy. But if you have that clip in there and you keep squeezing, it just continues to go. For him to just shoot once, it probably didn't have the magazine in there, and there was just one in the chamber. And that's what people don't understand. And that's probably what the mother was like. I didn't know that there was a bullet in there because I got the magazine, but he got a hold of the gun. So anyway, they said the backpack was checked. Okay. The backpack was checked before he went to school or what? I mean, when was the backpack checked? After the situation? I believe it was a bullet in the chamber. Exactly. You know, we don't know. Yes, he took the gun to school. Yes, he took the gun to school. So he shot the teacher. The bullet went through her hand because she held her hand up like this. Oh, coming in the school. The backpack was checked. So he could have snuck it in his pants. And you know what I'm saying? But he probably took it from home, getting it out the house in the backpack. This child, because that's what he is. He's a baby, you guys. He's a baby. This child had a plan. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. He's 6 years old. He had a plan. Now, why would a 6-year-old have a plan to shoot the teacher? Let's talk. Let's talk about that. Why would you think this 6-year-old is so angry with this teacher? The bullet went through her hand and into her shoulder part. Now, it could have went. I don't think she was doing like this. She's standing up. I don't think she's doing like this. I think she was like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this. And he must have knew, probably aimed for the body, because he could have shot her in the face. So her hand wasn't like this. Her hand was probably like this, like this. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If he would have shot her in the face, it would have been a done deal. If he would have shot her in the heart, it would have been a done deal. This teacher has survived. Thank God she survived this. But the child is messed up for life. The other children that watch this is messed up for life. And the teacher, she's messed up for life. And they got to cancel all these students. And I'm going to tell you something. Out of that one situation, there's going to be a lot of kids that's messed up. They checked the backpack, but didn't check him. Okay, mom is still the blame. It should have been locked up and put up away from the children. Well, yes, accordingly to, well, she has not been charged that I know of. If you guys heard anything different, please put it in the chat. She has not been charged yet. The child is taken out of her home and placed into maybe some kind of detention facility for children. And what I mean by that, you guys, he's not in jail. I don't believe the child is in jail. They're not going to put a 6-year-old in jail. But, you know, we have children homes here where children can be 5, 4, 3, you know, and, you know, displaced from the home for right then, but they're needing, you know, they have nurses there, and then they have teachers there, and stuff of that nature. I don't know if they have that there. The gun was locked up, but he's not going back home. Well, he's not going back home soon. I'm pretty sure they will reunite the child with the mother. Now, he's the youngest that's ever done this, But trust and believe, this has been done before. Remember, we had a young lady that came on our channel, and remember, she literally had shot, I think it was her father. And she was on a young age. You know what I'm saying? And, she got reunited, CPS in Virginia, they cannot hold them as young as he is. They cannot put him in jail. He's in CPS. Yes, he's in CPS. So he's actually, when you say CPS, he's actually in a foster home. He's actually, this was in Virginia. This was in Virginia. And if anybody wants to call in, put the number in there. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us if you got any questions, and tell us, if what do you feel about this? Because right now, this is going to be like a domino effect, you guys. I'm going to just tell you right now. Now, this child is 6, but there's going to be other children. And, it's almost like, they had a 14-year-old fatally shot an 11-year-old in Dallas yesterday. Ooh, torn up about it. Wow. Newport News, Virginia. Yeah. He would not be in my foster home. He's only 6. He's only 6. This is why, you know what? I told you guys one thing. Let me say this. Hold on. This is SP. Go right ahead.
Hey, SP, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Freddie?
I hope everybody else is fine too today. Why would a 6-year-old take a gun to school? And how did he get hold of a gun? Whose gun was it?
Well, it was his mother's gun. And we don't know how he got a hold of it. I mean, we can assume, kids watch everything you do. They are walking recorders. They see everything. If you want to know something, just ask the kid. The kid when people be like, I smoke weed, but I don't do it in front of my kids. It don't matter if you do it in front of your kids or not. They know it. They know the smell. They hear anything you trying to tell somebody and whisper and all this stuff. They know everything about you. They are watching you. And them kids, they see where mama put the gun, she put it in the dresser. And they might put it in the dresser high enough where he's not supposed to be able to reach. And then one day when, he'd be like, I just wish my teacher was gone. I wish she was dead. And then he done watch so much cartoons and TV, and our cartoons and TV now, and the games that these kids play is so violent. He just thinking, yeah, I want a dad like that. But he's not really, he can't function a mature understanding that is death, that he could have done some harm. He just don't want her. He's mad at her for some reason. He's mad. Did she make fun of him in front of somebody?
Did she tell his mama on him?
Yeah, did she call home and say, now let's give this kid just a little nickname, because I hate calling him a kid, because kid is a goat, and I call him a child because he's actually a baby. He's only but 6.
Yeah.
And so what if his name is Jerome, and I'm just saying, Jerome, did the teacher call and say, Jerome is getting out the line. I tell him to sit down. He's up. He's disrupting the class, and da-da-da. And she's always on him, always on him, always on. Because you know what, Freddie? My son, when he was in preschool, kindergarten, and first grade, they called me every single day. And my kid did not want to go to school. He did not want to go to school. He said, the teacher don't like me. And, you want to believe that, the kid is just having a rough time, and he's not understanding there's rules and regulations and everything. But sometimes you got to stop what you're doing and show up to the school and see what they're doing to your child and how they're treating your child. Because just like your child act differently when you're around, the teachers act differently when you're around too.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, because my 5th grade teacher, I could, I told y'all this story once before. She used to make fun of me because I could not understand multiplication. I couldn't understand it. So every time when I went to class, she would always, SP, get up at the board. I'm the first one, really? I don't even know how to do this. So I just stand there. So one day I got so angry when we went out on recess. And I know the next thing we're going to do is math, right? I just stayed on the playground. I was like, I'm getting ready to walk to my brother's school. I'm not going in there going to be her clown no more, because I'm just tired of her. I'm tired of her picking on me. And so I was up there. I was on the merry-go-round, and the class was out there. They get in a single line, and she was like, SB, come on, get in line. I said, you leave me alone. I ain't coming in. She was like, I'm telling the principal, you can tell Jesus Christ, I'm not doing it. I'm not coming in there. I don't care. And they can't make me. They can't make me do nothing. They can call my mama. I don't care what you do. I'm so sick and tired of this teacher. And I was sick and tired of this teacher making fun of me. So then the principal came out and he was like, come on in. And I said, no. He said, what are you going to do? You going to stay out here? And I said, nope. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to walk, because the other school, the high school and the junior high, is right down the street from the elementary school. And I know that. I've watched the buses go past my brother's school. And so I'm like, I'm going to go find my brothers. And you know what I'm saying? And it was like, we just can't let you just walk to the other school. And I was like, I don't care what you do. I'm not going in there. And so the principal asked me, his name was Mr. Welch. He says, what is going on? And I told him, I said, I don't know my multiplication, and she ain't teach me my multiplication. And she's always making fun. She calls me first, and then she sits there and she laughs and she giggles about it. And she just sit down, And so I said, I'm just sick and tired. I'm not going to be her clown. And I said this at being in the 5th grade. This is what I said in the 5th grade. And so he said, what if I go and talk to her? I said, she going to do what she want to do. And I don't care. I don't care. She can have it. I'm not going back in there no more. He said, look, I'll make sure she don't do nothing to you. If you promise to stay right here, I'll go fix it for you. And he said, well, what else is it? I said, I lost my math book. Somebody stole it. And I'm not going to go tell my mama we ain't got that kind of money. Somebody stole my math book. So he's like, do you want to learn the multiplication? I said, yeah, I want to learn it. I ain't no dummy. He was like, okay. So he went in there and he said, if I fix it and make sure that you learn your multiplication and all of that other stuff, you going to come? I said, yes. He went in there and he was in there for about 10 minutes. They was watching through the window to make sure I don't start walking. I was like, I don't know about all this. He comes out and he was like, I fixed it. I was like, you did? He said, yeah. And I walked in. I went with him. He said, if you have any problems, just walk out the class and come and get me. I said, okay. So I went in the classroom and I sat down and she just looked and she was like, Polly, go sit by SP and share your book. We're finna do our math. And I was like, oh my. Things done changed. You know what I'm saying? Because see, she was picking on me so much. I was just, now I didn't want to go get a gun or anything, but I was just done with her. I was just done. So anyway, that's just a little short of a story. And it all turned out. And then, somebody came to the classroom, told me to come out. And we did 101. I learned my multiplication in like 2 days. Okay. I mean, I learned every last one of them. I need to put, Natasha is on there for $2. I got you, Natasha. Thank you for the super chat. And I need to put PS. Oh, I did get PS on there for 22. Did she give another?
Not on this one, but the $20 I told you about earlier that she did this morning.
Oh, okay. So I'll put that on there. I don't see it, but okay. I don't see how that's working. Okay, got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Yeah, and you're right too about couldn't keep on. And another thing too, you know these young mothers, they cussing carry on around the children.
Yeah, they.
I pop up with my gun, I do this. I got something that'll talk friendly.
So you think it's the mother's fault?
Well, you know, part of it is because besides it being up high, it should have been in a safe box for a gun. But I think she caught this with that gun too. Because a lot of people do, you know. I got really know about cotton boxes, but you know, they probably cursing and whatever with it. Because they didn't say whether or not he cursed the teacher or what. But,
They said that he shot the gun, the bullet went through her hand and into her shoulder area, and then she got all the other kids out the classroom. Some personnel at the school came and got the kid. It wasn't a struggle. He didn't run. He wasn't trying to shoot nobody else. And I guess they did the have psychologists come and talk to the child. And so the child basically told him, no, it wasn't no accident. I want her out of here. You know what I'm saying? And so now, yeah, that's how they came to the conclusion, saying it wasn't an accident. It wasn't like, he didn't know what he was doing. He was very aware of what he was doing, but he was just mad at that teacher. He was just so, I couldn't say he was just so mad. Maybe he doesn't know the ending results of what he did, but he was angry enough to just want her out. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a kid may not understand. Like right now, Pooh Bear came over on the weekend, and we were talking, and I said, how many grandpas you got? He says, I had 3, now I got 2. My big grandpa, he died. And that's how he said it to me. He just let Diesel in the house. Oh my God. Girl, he sounds like thunder up there. Keep pounding the ground. I love you too, Pisces Princess. I got you down. Oh yeah, y'all want to see how big Diesel done got? Oh my God. He got Diesel in the house. Oh Lord. Miss Philly G said, I can hear it, SP. Yeah, he sounds like thunder. He shakes the whole house. He is a big boy. Uh-oh, here he come. Oh, my baby. I see you, baby. Oh, Diesel. Okay, Diesel. Okay. Oh, Lord. Here he come. Oh, Diesel. My husband did that on purpose. Why did you let him in so early, honey?
I'm taking him for a walk. Diesel. Sick.
Oh, Lord. Well, he's trying to be over here by Mama. Come here, Diesel. I was going to let everybody see him, but he won't jump up here. Come here, Diesel. Come here, boy. Come here. Let me move this out your way. Here, I'm going to let y'all see Diesel, how big he done got. Come here, Diesel. Come over here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Oh, God. Diesel. Come here. He done went and jumped in the kennel. Come here. Up here, baby. Come here. Up here. Up here. Come on, Diesel. Come on. Come on. Come up. Come here. Oh, God. I'm going to just pick him up, you guys, when he come here, so you guys can see how big he is. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Oh, God, you're so big. Look how big he is. Look how big he is. Oh, my God. Here, Papa.
And he was handsome, too.
You doing way too much today. Are you finna take him for a walk, Papa? Bye, Diesel. Did y'all see him?
You ain't getting a water from the corner.
Whew. K and B said he looked full grown. Girl, he's big. Oh my God.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. I had to show y'all how big he is. Ooh, he's big.
Yes, he is.
And he's a baby. Y'all think, see what I'm saying? He's a baby. Y'all thought he was a little. He bigger than me. Kamala said, oh my God, he is a girl. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's happy to see me. I had him in the house all day. Anyway, let's keep going. I wanted y'all to see how big he got because I know y'all ain't seen him in a while.
He's beautiful.
Did you see him?
Yes, he's beautiful.
You see how big he done got? Girl, I got to get him a collar. I got to get him one of those, like, he don't wear a regular collar. Today I went to go get it, and his collar is on the last one, and we got to poke hole in it now. And the next collar he gets, they said is for a grown dog. It's not for the baby, the babies no more. And it was like, well, how old is he? And I said 6 months. They was like, surely he's not wearing that collar. I was like, yeah, he is. We got to put more links into it. You know? She said big doofus. Oh, he's big. Oh, he's big, y'all. A hattie collar will keep him from pulling on a walk. Oh yeah. One of those halter collars.
Yeah.
She said he about to knock you down. He don't know he's not little no more. I know he don't know he's not little. That's what we were talking about kids. You know, Diesel think, Diesel is something else. That's why I say we got to get him more exercise and stuff like that. Because everybody thinking he's just this little bitty thing or something. I was like, let y'all see it. I told y'all he was big.
That don't look like no baby.
No, I know his head is big as my head. His body is big as my body. He's, and they was like, he not full grown. I said, no, he's not full grown. Oh, it goes around his snout. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. You talking about a muzzle?
Yeah, she has to be.
So anyway, I'm glad y'all got to see him. That's why I was like, Papa, let him just see him for a minute because y'all ain't seen Diesel. Y'all see how, I'm like, oh, I can't even lift him up. Anyway, keep going. Somebody was calling in.
Yeah, I'll back in.
Oh, it's not a call. Okay. Send me a picture of it, Miss Philly G, because he will wear me out. Yeah. Giving him a bath. I give him a bath. I used to give him a bath 2 times a week. Now we done went it down to 1 time a week because it's like me getting a bath and then I have to take another bath because now I smell like dog. And he don't mind jumping in the tub and getting his bath. It's just when he's done, he wants to get out and run around, and then that don't work for me. But other than that, getting him in the tub is not a problem. You say tub and he gets in there. He loves taking a bath, but when he's done, he's done. And you got to hurry up and give him his bath. And Papa won't deal with him unless he take a bath. He will not deal with him at all.
Wow.
Well, woo-wee. I was like, let him see. And he had his little toy in his mouth. And Papa's like, stop, quit, don't do this, don't do that. Girl, he can't handle that dog. That dog's running him down the street. That dog gonna be dragging him.
He's strong.
I told you. He made him fall at school. He felt him. Girl, they was both all on the floor. I was like, what? Him and that other dog was fighting. Anyway, so what do you think about this baby? You said he must have been mad.
That's how he could be about it. The teacher, he had to be upset because he got a good one.
He what?
Get rid of her.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to get rid of her.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he knew what. Thank you, Crystal. I don't think he knew the ramifications of shooting the gun. He just think I can, yeah, let me try to get rid of this teacher, you know? Just
Yeah.
remember, he's
Like
only
you don't
6 years
know.
old.
Yeah, you don't know the difference between real and what's not
Right,
real.
right,
And you know, I would be his foster parent. I'm just gonna tell you, I
right,
think him mad. I don't know. He might come hit me in the head with a hammer when I'm asleep.
right,
I don't know, but I wouldn't be a foster parent. I surely would.
right. Okay. You say you,
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be a foster parent either. What I was going to say, and I'm sorry for the intrusion of the dog and everything, but what I was going to say, like, you know, you can look at other situations and learn from it. And see, this is what I was trying to tell you guys. You know, where I work at now, it's a facility, but it has people that have a lot of mental problems. And so sometimes the staff is sitting there arguing with somebody, and then they want me to come and break it up. And I'm telling the staff, like, hey, don't do that. Nah, I'm going to do this, and he can't say this, and he can't. That, you know, like when a person have a mental breakdown or a problem, you don't want to holler at them and yell at them and cuss them out and call them names, because that person is like, they get mad at you and they go off into their mind and they come kill everybody. They come shoot everybody. They come stab everybody. And we're in there and we're all running and stuff because you want to sit there and holler and argue with a resident or whatever. That doesn't make sense to me. I see fights all the time goes on. I tell you guys this, and I be like, I do not want to get involved in it because this what can happen. You know what I'm saying? And this kid might have some issues. They usually don't diagnose the kid until they're 12, but if they diagnose the kid early, because I don't know why they like, oh no, you know, we don't diagnose them till they're 12. Well, my son was diagnosed at a very young age, but he had a doctor that was willing to give me the paperwork and say, look, you know, we need special services for this kid because he has these blowout anger situations going on and they're so uncontrollable. But you know, I always kept my gun locked in a safe. Locked in a safe. Even when I needed it, I was like, go get the gun. My kids were like, I don't know where it's at, mama. Because you don't. You know why? Because it's locked in a safe. So go get me a knife. You know what I'm saying? But kids look at where you put guns and where you put your money, and they watch you, you know, and they watch how mama acts. If I got this gun, da 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 da, and I always talk about it or always around, then you know they're gonna try to charge that mother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For maybe they're gonna charge her for probably not safety. They're gonna give the kid back to her. They're gonna give the kid back to her. It's her kid and she loves her kid. He just, you know, being that young, he made a bad decision and he just tired of it. He's tired of it. He's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of this.
He's human.
Yeah. So sick and tired of it. Okay.
He was that young, you know.
Yes. And
he had a psychiatrist's office.
Yeah, he'll probably need one for the rest of his life because that something of that nature, he'll remember what he did. He'll remember that. If he don't remember when he started walking, he may not remember when he started, you know, pulling up his diapers and his pull-ups, but he will remember this situation right here. And, you know, being careless with a gun, it's not the gun, it's the people that have the guns. You cannot put these things around kids. That's why I was telling my family and my brothers and stuff. I was like, okay, y'all smoking weed. We don't do it around our kids. Okay, the kids asleep. You think the kids don't know what you're doing? Yes, they know what you're doing. Yes, they tell me. They be like, I know my mama and my daddy do this. And if you talk to the kids, like I be around all my nieces and my nephew, my great nieces and nephews, as they was growing up and everything, they knew everything what their mama and daddy was doing. They knew what a gun was. They had to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they know, but you know, and him being so young, you're not thinking that he's gonna have a problem, because who would think that a 6-year-old would go get a gun? But they do see everything. So if he did have a problem or whatever, he would handle it.
Exactly.
You know? And when they reach 10, 11, 12 years old, this might be another situation again,
Yeah, that's right. It's so right.
It is sad. It's sad what the mother's going through. She's a single mother. So, of course, she may not have, put the gun away.
Oh, she will now, won't she?
Well, for the rest of her life, because she knows that her kid means business. I was going to tell you. So one of the residents, this is before I started working there, but one of the residents that they were keeping there would cause a lot of problems and situations for the staff. And they finally released him and said that he was okay to go home. He was having all kind of, anger problems. He was hard to, deal with the rules and regulations. He went home and slit his grandmother's throat the same very day he went home. He was just done. And I tell people, that should have taught you guys a lesson. Quit arguing with the residents. They be like, last time I worked, they were arguing again. They was like, these are punk, whatever. Here come Diesel again. And I don't want to be in an environment like that, because you're endangering me now. These people are in the facilities or whatever for a reason. It's not because they mentally unable to take care of themselves, but they're not making right decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They need to be watching it 24/7 every day.
Exactly. All righty. Well, thank you a lot. Here come Diesel again. Here come Diesel again. Diesel, do you want him to see you again, baby? Come here. No, you do not. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's doing everything. My husband did this on purpose. Anyway, I want to read this to you guys. Yeah, he don't never come home and get the dog out and let's go walk. So, let's see here. Let me read the headlines, you guys. I'm pretty sure that the mother will have to take classes. Parent wonder how 6-year-old Virginia boy shot teacher after his backpack. Okay, so this is what it's saying, and this was like 3 hours ago. If the backpack was searched, they didn't search it right, said Desiree, Yvette, who's 6-year-old. So the mother's name is Desiree. Desiree. If the backpack was searched, they didn't search it right, said Desiree Yvette, whose 6-year-old daughter witnessed, okay, her daughter witnessed, this is not the mother, this is a witness, that her daughter witnessed the shooting January the 6th at Red Neck Elementary School and Newport News. So let's read it. Parent at the Virginia Elementary School where a 6-year-old boy shot a first grade teacher this month are demanding answers for how the child managed to use. She said she tried to send me pictures. Oh, okay. Send me a picture. How to use where a 6-year-old boy shot a first grade teacher this month are demanding answers for how the child managed to use the weapon after his backpack was searched. It doesn't make sense to me if the backpack was searched. They didn't search it right, said Desiree Yvette, whose 6-year-old daughter witnessed that January the 6th shooting, in which Abigail was critically wounded. Yvette continued, they didn't physically go in there to make sure that there wasn't anything there. If that was the case, then someone should have been able to see it. They should have searched other places if they felt there were a need to search, and if they didn't, they failed. Yvette was among a group of redneck, it's Richneck parents who spoke to NBC News on Sunday and questioned how thoroughly the child, his backpack, and the school was searched before the shooting. She was teaching about 20 students, so there was 20 students in there. The school system superintendent George Parker said Thursday at a virtual town hall that wasn't public that the boy had come to school late and that his book bag was inspected upon his arrival at the office to sign in, according to the parents who watched the meeting. At least one administrator was notified of a possible weapon. What they mean they was notified of a possible weapon, Parker said in a video review. A Newsport News police spokeswoman said authorities also determined through their investigation that a school employee was notified of a possible firearm at Richneck Elementary before the shooting occurred, adding that the Newport News Police Department was not notified of this information prior to the incident. Further details weren't made available about who conducted the search, why the gun wasn't found, and whether the child clothing was physically examined. Thomas, 35, questioned the steps school's office took after they learned the child may have taken a gun into the school. You have a tip, a search, and a shot fired, said Brenton, who questioned whether the child was pulled from the classroom and whether his parents were notified that the boy was suspected of sneaking a gun into the campus. What did they do? Just like peek in the backpack and say, I don't see a gun. Go back to class. If there was somebody who said that my child brought a weapon, I would want to be notified, and I also would want him to be removed from class until it was straightened out. So Brenton's son was supposed to be in Zimmerman's class during the shooting, but was absent because he had a medical procedure. Yvette's daughter was there, although her mom wishes she hadn't been. Yvette, 31, says seeing the horror in the classroom has traumatized the child. She broke down in tears, talking about her child's pain. She's scared of everything and everybody right now, Yvette said. She doesn't feel safe. Her teacher was her biggest advocate. And to experience that and see all of that, she doesn't feel safe because the person that was her safety in the school got hurt. She's scared that anybody she loves and care about is going to get hurt because of this. So Mark Anthony of 38 said his second grade son is shaken up after he heard the shot and then tried to help students who was crying. Garcia said he's upset that the administrator didn't immediately notify the parents after the shooting once the news dropped it. That's when a lot of parents started rushing to the school with mass confusion. He said also there was no security officer who could have properly checked the boy's person for a gun. They did not have security there in the morning. I'm there every day. We don't have security there in the morning. Now, Garcia said he wants to know who is going to be held accountable for security lapse at the school. Richneck will be outfitted with a metal detector, district officers announced last week. The district has secured funding for 90 states of the art metal detectors that will be placed at all district schools. Richneck has been closed since the shooting, officials said. So the school has been closed the whole entire time, you guys. The school district has had 3 incidents of gun violence in 17 months. Newsport News Police Chief said that he previously has said that the child's mother legally bought the 9mm Taurus firearm used in the shooting and that the boy took the gun from his home. Whether it was properly secured is a key element in the investigation. Drew said Sunday the investigation entails looking into the boy and his parents' history. He also said students' witness will be interviewed. If there are any child protective service records, we want to look at those. If there are any school records dealing with behavior issues or anything at all dealing with violence, threats, those reports will be investigated also. Drew added, regrettably, we want to talk to. I wish we didn't have to, but to be thorough, we want to do our best to talk to the students that were in the room, and we'll be partnering with a child psychologist. With the child psychologist who will be handling those interviews for us. This is SP.
Hi, good afternoon, family. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing blessed. You know what, SP? We have to look at it in all different ways.
Okay.
When my kids were young, that's one of the toys I never bought for them was guns. Because from toys, get to real. I don't know if you remember back in the days when they used to sell these little guns, and when the kids shoot, it would stick on the wall. And then they had a water gun and stuff like that. And this is a little boy, I'm sorry. This child has been seen a lot. And you practice BB gun in front of your kids, and you will be like, hey, try it. And this was done intentionally. This little boy needs a lot of help and counseling. He's sick. His intention was to take the teacher out, and he never knew how serious that is. He's a baby. Now,
yes.
The parents, you hide stuff away from your kids and stuff like that. And one of the things I used to do when my kids were younger, I'd always check their backpack before they go to school. And when they come home, check it again. If they bring a pencil and I didn't buy that pencil, bring it back, or I will bring it back in the school.
Right.
There's a saying, children learn what they live, and that mother is accountable. I'm sorry.
Right.
The way you raise your kids.
Right.
The way you raise your kids, you want to give them rights for everything and stuff like that. And this is the right now. The child doesn't know nothing. He's a baby.
Right.
Where he is the sick and the medication and stuff like that, and he needs serious help. Maybe before that incident happened, he needed help, and the parents were just neglecting him.
Right.
Parents, there's something called Ritalin, Adderall. They don't want to put that on their kids to calm them down and stuff like that. These are the kind of things that happen.
Right.
Keep your eye.
But see, what I thought was this was just out the blue. Now we hear that they knew that there was supposed to be this child bringing a weapon to school.
Yeah, because on that morning when he brought the gun to school, he was late, and I guess somebody alerted the school. But when they searched him, the bag, they didn't find the gun. But they was not thinking about checking the child.
But he must have told somebody something.
Exactly.
Because how would they would have known that he had a problem with the teacher? So there must have been something happened. Like he got in trouble, or he said, I'm going to hurt her. I'm going to do something to her. I'm going to kill her or whatever. Because there was already a tip that, this was going to happen.
And they're not going to, the facility, wherever he's at, they're not going to release him to the parents right away because this child needs serious help.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, hey, this is SP.
Hi, this is Sheila Dorsey. On that, I blame the mom for it because I got two daughters
daughters, and I said my daughters had access to the gun too. And the whole time I was going to school, I was being bullied because I was always quiet and shy. I always done my homework and I always done my classwork and everything, except I was bad in math, so I needed a tutor. So I had a male teacher. He was willing to help me, and I was in the 4th grade then. And the male teacher, he kept pulling on me and just kept running his hands up and down my back and up around my front. And I kept trying to alert the teachers and the principals, but that why I wouldn't go back there no more. So I would say it could have been the teacher's fault, and the teacher probably was teasing him, making fun of him or something like that. But my daughters had access to the gun, but they knew where everything was, but they wasn't allowed in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I raised my daughters so that you treat a person the way you want to be treated. And when my daughter got old enough to go to school and stuff, my daughter was going to play the high school then. And she had this big girl was picking on her. My daughter only weighed 107 pounds, and this girl was 165 to 185 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter kept getting suspended because the teacher had singled her out, because it was an old teacher that I had when I was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of things that go on. It's the way you raise your kids and you correct your kids. Where they say you can't spank your kids or you can't beat your kids, I would spank my kids. I was no bad parent, but I would spank them. I would teach them right from wrong. My daughters now, I would say they're 36 and 34.
Mm-hmm.
They thank me to this day for the way that I raised them. Because people out here now, you can't fuss and argue with anybody. They crazy out there in the street. Anybody will shoot you, cut you, or do whatever. So the world's crazy now.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're right. You did it
so
right.
Honestly, I would think that the mother, she should have taught her son a whole lot more better. Now, I'm not blaming her as a bad parent, but you go on Facebook or on YouTube or anything, you see these mothers, they teach these young girls to be twerking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to teach them to be young ladies and to raise them up properly.
Right.
Twerking is the last thing you should be teaching. Teach them how to cook and sew.
Right. Exactly.
But I think you're doing a great job on what you're doing. Keep up your good work.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. She said a mouthful, you guys. She said it's the way you raise your kids. It's the way that you raise your kids. K Solo's in the building. She says, I heard that a day or so before the shooting, he brought bullets to the school and told the teacher he was bringing the gun next. That's how they knew. Come on, Kay. Uh-oh. She done hung up. We're going to get this last phone call. I'm going to wait till she call back in. She's scared of okay, because I'm waiting on some of that information, because I hadn't seen or heard that yet. Here we go. This is SP.
Hello?
Yes, this is SP.
I was trying to tell you since the beginning of the broadcast about that.
What's that?
It was like a day or so beforehand, and told that teacher that he was bringing a gun next. They told the administrators about it, but they did nothing about it.
Wow. So they're gonna have to be accountable for it too.
Yeah.
Because you
That
can't.
boy should have been suspended. He shouldn't have been allowed to come back to school. He should have been suspended.
Oh, okay.
Or at the very least, removed from her classroom.
Yes. And watch very well what he brought in.
Yeah. Some of them students, the other kids in the classroom, this came from them. They told their parents that he brought the bullets in. It was either the day before or a couple days before, and told that teacher that he was bringing the gun next.
Wow.
And the teacher told, the principal, whoever, somebody in administration, and they did nothing to remove the child, to do anything to the child.
Wow.
And I noticed that got nowadays with these schools. Back when I was in school, we had consequences. Whether it was in-school detention, in-school suspension, after-school detention, Saturday detention, or out-of-school suspension.
Right.
It's like they don't have no consequences.
Okay.
None, period. And these kids are where they are today.
Right. You're right. You're right.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's always somebody else's fault. It's always these kids acting the way they acting. Instead of the kids having to take accountability for their own actions, or the parents taking accountability for how they're raising or lack thereof their children.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Again, a day or so beforehand, and the administration was made aware of it. They did nothing about it. So therefore, this is how the teacher ended up shot.
Right. Wow. Wow. You know, I did not know that they were aware of this boy bringing the bullets the first day. And then he's like, you know, I'm going to bring the gun tomorrow, you know, and the kids knew about it. She knew about it. Staff knew about it. And so they checked his.
Exactly, Tina Powers. He should have been expelled from school. You don't bring bullets to a school and get to go home like nothing happened and get to come back to school the next day like nothing happened with as many school shootings that going on around here. You don't get to do that. They dropped the ball, and now, you know, I don't know what they're doing in Newport News, but they dropped the ball.
Right. Right.
And that's why they don't want to charge the parent, because they know they dropped the ball.
Right.
They could have prevented that by keeping that kid out of the school.
Right. You are so
and
right.
That's what burns me up, because I work in the school system. You know, that could be me one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These people want to drop the ball and not discipline these kids the way they should be.
You're right.
Every time I hear about a school shooting, you know, it affects me because I work in the school system.
Right.
Because one day it could be me. You know, I don't want to think that way. I don't want to speak that into the atmosphere, but you never know.
Right. Right. You're right. We're going to follow this case because I want to know what happens to the little boy. I want to know what happens to the mother, what's going to happen to some of the staff, because they're going to have to do better. You can't sit there, hear this stuff, and think nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right.
Absolutely ridiculous that there's no accountability whatsoever. You can report stuff to administrators, and it's like, oh well.
Yeah, I take that stuff seriously. When I see people even in an argument, I have to look at that person all night long. I'll be like, you know, I'm paying attention, because even when people get angry now, it can turn into something crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on these days? Back when I was in school, we had consequences for our actions.
Yeah.
Like they have none today, zero.
Right. I mean, you know, I don't blame the mother because I know kids watch everything and look at everything. And now if she put the gun up and she didn't know there was a bullet in the chamber, but she moved the magazine, but he brought bullets. I mean, hey, you know what I mean?
Evidently that stuff wasn't secure, because if he got a hold of the bullet one day and then got a hold of the gun the next, that stuff wasn't secure.
Well, you're right. You're right. I don't know. You know, I'm pretty sure the mother got an attorney, because I wouldn't speak if it was my child. I wouldn't speak on the situation. I would get an attorney and try to get my child back, you know.
Just like that 10-year-old, what is that, out in Ohio or wherever that happened, Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
You get mad at your mother because she don't want to buy you an Oculus, and you do that to your mother? Like, I mean, come on.
Right. Right.
These kids are so entitled to be, and makes me mad. You know, it drives me insane. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, the school should have notified all the parents. Yes, Tina, the school should have notified all the parents that there was a threat, or there was somebody that didn't bring the actual gun, but be aware that you know, we're going to look into this and look at it seriously.
That's why they're saying that wasn't an accident, because it was premeditated.
Oh.
Before, the day or so before, and made the threat to the teacher, which was nothing was done about, and then he followed up on his threat and made good on his threat. That's why it was not an accident.
And why did he come to school late?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he came to school late.
Well, being that he was late, did his parent bring him to school? Did his mother bring him to school late, or did he just come up in there willy-nilly to school late? Okay? Yeah.
Right. And he could have been coming to school late. You know, people don't take kids seriously. They're gonna have to start doing that.
Let me tell you something. Y'all want to, you know, try to give him a pass because he only 6 years old. Let me tell you, my brother, when he was 5 years old, in the kindergarten, he in there picking up tables and chairs, throwing them at teachers and carrying on, to the point where they was calling my parents to come to school to sit with him for the day so they could get through a school day.
Yeah.
My mother said, I'm not going to school. I haven't been to school already. So she sent my father, and my father seen him, I'm saying, doing everything that,
What?
you know, 5 years old. 5 years old. Cussing.
Right.
Told him to sit down and cooperate.
Right.
For that.
Right.
My father came back to school and made this about that. What are you doing? And back the damn twins in the school day.
Right.
My mother was livid.
Yeah, kids act totally different when they're around the teachers and stuff. And they've told me that when I show up to school, my son acting nice, but then they got this the mirror, they got the mirror where the kids think it's a mirror, but I can be on the other side and I can watch. And my kid showed his tail. I was like, oh my God, what is he doing? And he was like, cussing out the teacher, telling her he didn't care. And then when I came to the door and he looked and he done straightened up in the classroom and he's sitting there and I came in.
And didn't straighten up when my father was peering in that window of the classroom door. He continued doing what he
was doing before.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And still got rewarded for it.
Oh, wow.
And that's another thing that's wrong with these kids today. They don't do what they're supposed to do and they get rewarded for not doing what they're supposed to do.
Okay, so could he got mad at the teacher because she called home and told his mama on him? So he was like, and he's probably a little bit smarter than an average 6 years old. So he bring the bullet and was like, yeah, and I'm gonna bring the gun tomorrow. And she was like, yeah. I mean, you're 6.
She probably ain't think he was serious.
Yeah. And they told other people and they was like, yeah. They checked the backpack and he's like, I'm a little bit smarter than y'all. I didn't put it in my backpack. I put it in my pants.
But you know what? That's probably why they checked the backpack, but they didn't check his person.
Yeah. Or when he walked into school, he had already put it somewhere. He probably went into school, put it in the bathroom, and then walked in there and checked in the office, went back to the bathroom and got it and went on to the class.
Well, I don't know how that school is set up, but typically in schools, when you're late, all the rest of the doors are locked, but the main entrance, and from the main entrance, you got to make a beeline to the main office.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, at least the school in my area or the school that I work for, that's how it's set up.
Yeah.
But they were also saying there's no security. Our school has like the class 2 police officers working in them too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. They might not have that down there, but we have like class 2 police officers working in our schools around here.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we're going to follow this case. We're going to be talking about it Wednesday. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get to some of the bottom of this one.
Yeah, but yeah, that's how they know it wasn't an accident, because he made a threat like a day or so beforehand.
Wow. Okay.
It's so important you call CASHGERNON.
And
Okay.
he may put on that threat.
Yeah.
But you know, that hopefully, you know, that teacher get her a good lawyer and sue the mess out of that district and whoever else that she can.
Right.
Because she
Exactly.
made that the administrators aware and they did nothing about it and allowed that kid to come back to school the next day or, you know, whatever.
Right.
Now it's your turn to get the peace of mind.
All right.
CASHGERNON, so you can worry less.
That's what I wanted to let you know.
All right. Thank you.
All right, I'll holler.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So you guys, that had a warning. Yes, yes. You guys, you know, I could say one thing, we were kids and had a plan to do, but mama made sure it did not go as planned. Exactly. You guys, we're going to talk about this. We're going to look at the press conference that they had put out because Tina let me know that the press conference, I want to watch it. I want to see it for myself. And we're going to try to get, we'll have another computer before Wednesday get here. And you're right, you guys, he should have been expelled. And all the family, but here's the thing, the parents of all the children in that school should have been notified and they should have took it seriously. So everything really actually failed this child. Everybody actually failed. Mama failed, the school failed, the staff failed. Nobody took him seriously. And, you know, I can see being frustrated when I'm trying to tell you this teacher did this or I feel this kind of way or whatever. So, you know, this is why things like this happens, you know. I'm not blaming the kid. I'm not blaming the mother. I'm actually not blaming no one, but everybody is at fault. You see what I'm saying? You can't just say it's the mama because, you know, you send your kids to school and you want your kids, that's supposed to be a safe place. So if you heard about something like this, you should have done something. You know what I'm saying? Not just because it's my kid, any kid. Anytime you hear or a kid bring bullets or a kid bring a gun or a kid say something, I need to be notified. Just like if your kid have a disease or something, I need to be notified. Hey, Deidre, how you doing? I see you. Deidre, I see you in the building. Hey, Queen. Anyway, yes, that's the problem. They don't have security. And that's one other thing. They checked. So there was a reason why they checked his backpack in the office, but they didn't see it. They didn't find it. You know, the kid is a little bit, this is why I tell people all the time, you know, you give allowances saying he didn't know, he's only but 6. He knew enough how to hide it. He knew enough to do the threat and he executed the plan. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. Exactly. You guys, I am 28 minutes over the hour. I'll tell you what, we will have a different computer. I will not be on my mobile device. You guys, I'm finna get off of here and I got to go to work. So, you know, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. We're going to talk about the same thing Wednesday. We're going to come back. We're going to look at that. You guys, I tell you all, if you got children of those ages, please, you see something, say something. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.